Thanks for that explanation, Ashraf. My next question is, how do people live? Can you explain or elaborate the common attitudes of defeat? In other words, what is the root cause of self-defeat and life-sabotaging behaviors? How can one go beyond these behaviors? Thanks.
So much, Mazluna, for that question. And the question again is the cause or the root cause of self-defeating attitudes and self-defeating behaviors. And how do we deal with self-defeating attitudes and behaviors? So it's very important to recognize that a person can have self-defeating attitudes and self-defeating behaviors. When we are unconscious, when we're operating subconsciously, we don't even realize that we have attitudes, which means ways of thinking that defeat us, and behaviors that sabotage our life, meaning we keep ourselves from a higher quality of being, and we keep ourselves from a higher quality of living. We keep ourselves from an enhanced being and an enriched life, and we don't even realize we're doing that. And so what is the root cause of that? Again, it's trances. See, trances, beliefs, subconscious, unconscious beliefs that are not based in truth, that are based in superstition, that are based in ignorance, that are based in untruth and lies. And that's what is at the root cause of our holding ourselves back. So there is nothing that can really hold us back. This is truth. Truth is, there is only one power, the all-great, all-gracious, championing and cherishing power. That there is only the championer of all creation, that created all creation. There is only the supporter and satisfier of all creation. There is only the encourager, the one that is always with us and for us. That is truth, ultimate truth. There is only the one. And the one is all great, all gracious, unique and supreme, incomparable, incomprehensible, is the benefiting, the all caring, the championer, the encourager. And when we are unaware of this fundamental truth, that there is nothing that is other than God in real terms, that God, the way God exists with a capital E, nothing else exists. The one that is universal source or universal creator that people call God, or we'll just use for the purpose of this discussion, universal God, the one power that has caused, that is uncreated, produced the created world, and thus is the fashioner, the designer, and the one that has ensured that life is and continues to be. And so this is ultimate truth. And when we fail to recognize that there really is only God, the all-great, the all-gracious, the sustaining, the supporting, the one that is for us and with us always, interested in us and attentive to us, there is only a power that is all great and is benevolent and beneficent and is our benefactor. When we deny that there is this one power, and when we start believing that there is other than this one power, other powers, associating with this one power in this world, thinking that people, things and experiences have power, when we think that the created world is equal to God or equivalent to God or is at the same level of God, the one power, we cause for ourselves misperception and insecurity. And we might then believe that there is something other than God that can benefit us and is benevolent and beneficent and our benefactor. In the meantime, nothing and nobody created can benefit us in any way. Only the one that exists, has and does and will always benefit us. The one that is always benefiting us will continue to benefit us. But most people are unaware. They are not operating multidimensionally. They are not experiencing security. That is the result of being aware of truth and experiencing truth multidimensionally. And so, when we believe that there is other than the one power, other powers that can benefit us, it causes problems for us. And when we start thinking that there is, other than the one power, other powers, and other powers are threatening or malevolent, obstructing in some way, adversarial, oppositional, then we get into trouble through this trance, you see. So we want to support trance-free living. That's what our work together is all about, is trance-free living, to go beyond the misperceptions, the mistaken beliefs, the beliefs in more than the one, that there is two. There is only the one, and the one is all great, all gracious. The one is good, and the one, we are in the care of the one. We are the creation of the one, in the care of the one, and there's nothing and nobody to hold us back. So the root of self-defeat and life sabotage is a denial of the one power, sustaining and supportive, available to us right here, right now, for us to acknowledge, accept and appreciate, and to feel secure with. And therein is the root of self-defeat. You defeat yourself because you don't let yourself know that you're okay, everything is okay. And then secondly, apart from being in the care of God always, and that the care of God is more than sufficient, that nobody and nothing can spin the earth on the axis and give us air to breathe, and we are not acknowledging, accepting and appreciating this one power and its caring of us and consideration of us, we are not also recognizing that there is for us high quality experiences of natural good feeling and natural good living in this world and beyond our death, that there is for us the experience of being pleased, satisfied, fulfilled, high quality living. And so these trances not only keep us self-defeating because we don't know that there's the one power all great, and the trances keep us from experiencing there is the one power all gracious that has considered us, in whose care we always are in. And the failure to acknowledge the all greatness and the all graciousness of the one power, not as a belief system, but an awareness and as an experience, leads to the attitude of self-defeating attitudes and behaviors that are life-sabotaging. So we start operating in a way from feeling insecure, needing to feel good, needing relief, safety and excitement, controlled by people, things and experience, trying to control people, things and experience, powerless living, projecting power out. So that is the root cause, that human beings are not actually allowing themselves to experience being secure and opening up to satisfaction and operating in a way that receives people, things and experiences in support of a fulfilling experience of life. And how do we address it? Again, is to admit that what we believe is not really true, that the belief is actually a misperception, and to go beyond that misperception, to experience the truth that we are right here, right now, always okay, and will always be, and that right here, right now, we can experience natural good feelings of ease, and that right here, right now, there is for us to experience being pleased in this world all the way through to our physical transition and beyond. So applying ourselves with our worship prayer protocols, which is non-religious, and a universal experience of security, which is spiritual power, a universal experience of personal power, which is universal as well, selffulness, and a universal experience of vicegerency or being a victor, going beyond the victim. Early on I spoke about the victim trance, but I didn't mention that where we're going is to creative power, and the archetype there is the vicegerent. Living in the kingdom of God, so to speak, living in the care of God, having whatever is required attended to for us, handled by our Creator. So we can go from being a victim to being a vicegerent or a victor, to actually live experiencing fulfillment. So the more we champion our faith, the universal faith in truth, the result of truth, accepting truth, experiencing truth, the more we can operate in a way that is free. And from freedom, we can operate in a way that is nurturing and nourishing, relating powerfully to ourselves, our bodies, our lives, and others. And the more we can do that, the more we can receive. We can receive. So if we don't revere God, if we don't relate powerfully, and we don't receive, then we're operating in a way that is, self-abandoning. And in line with your question, we're operating with a poor attitude or a self-defeating attitude, and we're operating in behavior poorly or self-sabotaging behavior. So thanks again as well for that question.